this is Adam with Asian Movie Pulse, and today I wanted to go over the Visions Illustrators books now that we have the three of them. This is the most recent one, the 2023 edition, which just came out this month, so June 2024. So with the three books, I'm going to go into detail a bit more. We'll kind of gloss over the artwork to get an idea of what's inside each and just kind of talk about the project in general. So we'll start with the first one that was released here. Now each one has kind of followed the same format more or less. The content has been mixed up a bit, of course, by artists, but also just kind of the additional content they include. So this one you'll notice has the dust jacket that opens up and it has like the black and white version of the cover art. And then the actual artists themselves are all arranged alphabetically. And every single artist gets kind of their own page to kind of show off their stuff. I have been on Pixiv quite a lot at, not as much anymore, but I used to go on the platform quite a bit just to get kind of inspiration for media posts. And it was really exciting when this one came out because there was a few artists that I had been following and really liked that ended up showing up in the book and the subsequent ones as well. So as I flip through here, you'll kind of notice a lot of it is... There's a lot of pretty girls, which is fair, but at the same time, there's a lot of variety in the work. A lot of it is digital, but there is also some painted, there's some pixelated as well. And of course, it's not just all characters. Sometimes you have more like landscape work, kind of more photorealistic. So it is a really wide range. Like something like this is just adorable, cartoony. So the diversity and really celebrating the different talents that are on the platform is really central to what makes this such a great collection of books. And originally I was going to highlight certain artists. Got to skip a bunch here. The format of the books, they're very big and bulky, so they're not the easiest to just casually flip through. But of course, you don't necessarily want that with an art book like this. Like, you want it to be big and bulky, and you want to take your time with it. But we're going to do a bit more bigger jumps here just so that we can get to the next ones. Actually, let's hop over to the next, and I'll kind of show a bit more of the other format choices. So I'll just jump into some random pages here. We'll settle on something that I personally like. Of course, saying that, I like all the artwork, but there's definitely stuff I more gravitate towards. So let's see. Let's go. Okay, so we'll focus in on this one. I really love like these huge landscapes with a lot of small details. But on the side here, you'll notice they have the name of the artist. They have their contact information. They have the tools that they use. They also have a profile. I notice not all the writers fill in a profile. Down here, they have the name of each art piece, and they also have a QR code, so you can actually go straight to their profile. Now, I'm not sure if every artist featured is still on the platform. That's the one thing, or still up to date with their artwork. But it's definitely a quick way to get there and kind of see if they're still active, what they're working on, to see how their work has evolved, especially if you're looking at like the older editions. So again, it's the same with this one. You can see, like, of course, as I flip through, there's a lot of cute anime girls. There's always going to be an abundance of that in Japanese art, but the collections do a really good job of not just focusing on that. This is actually one artist that I've been following for a while. As I mentioned before, it was really cool to see some of these come up again. And actually, this is an Italian artist, so it's not just Japanese. It's everyone on the platform, but it definitely has kind of leans towards the more Asian aesthetic. But anyhow, Gaga does amazing work. Really good horror landscapes. Like I love this nightmare ship, and I remember seeing these on the platform as well. I guess also the one downside is you can see something like this. It's harder to make out the details depending on how they lay it out, and sometimes it's not always the best representation of or not best representation, but you would want more space for some of these pieces to like really pop. So that's really the only downside, and I'm not sure exactly if the artist gets to choose how many pieces and layout, or if it's just kind of decided by the people putting together the book. So that would be the downside. Sometimes something like this I think would look really beautiful, like blown up, but that is not always the case. So I'll dive into the last one here for a bit. We'll flip through, and then I'll just kind of point out the other features. So you can see too, format-wise, we'll go back to here. It's very identical. I will say that in the most recent, let's just take the dust jacket right off. In the most recent edition, they did the best job with the black and white. Like once you remove the dust sleeve, that's the one improvement over the past couple of years, where this looks very nice. Okay, so go back through here. This was actually one of my favorite pieces in the new book. I'm a sucker for like aquatic life and stuff in the air, so combination whale in the sky, very picturesque and fun. But let's kind of we'll slowly make our way to the back here. Again, just highlighting much of the art. Another one of my favorites in this book. I did spend a bit more time with this book last night going over this collection before recording the video, so. But I love like the pixelated black and white. Okay. You can see it's like obviously readers or fans will be drawn to certain things. I'm not an artistic person. I write. I don't draw things. But I feel that anyone who is looking for that inspiration also benefits greatly from these collections, especially because they have like the kind of the mix of their tools as well. So I mean, if you're looking to get into digital art and you find everyone is using the same program of the stuff that you really like, it's kind of a starting point. It will act for inspiration for kind of your own artistic journey. So for someone like me who just really enjoys the visuals, they're very pretty books to pick up and look at. But at the same time, it can definitely be a lot more for others. So I would definitely recommend this for anyone who themselves are trying to get into art, or know someone who's trying to get into, or just interested in drawing more, and kind of giving them an example of like, look at these many different amazing ways to approach the medium. So especially with how generally popular anime and, well, anime more so than manga, but just in general, the Japanese aesthetic is very popular right now. So a lot of young kids as well, I feel, would kind of be able to use it as a reference book as well. So let me just skip to the back, because it leaves some up for kind of you to discover yourself here. But the other thing that each book will have, and it differs every year, they'll have a interview. Should have touched on the other ones. I'm just trying to go off of memory. I think the first book also talks about their analytics and how it works, and it kind of had an essay on like the evolution of art online. This one just has an interview, and the cover illustration. Okay, so this one's a bit more brief. Let's quickly jump back to the first here, which I think is the one that kind of gives the breakdown of like site stats. Get some more free artwork. Yeah. So using data to understand the present and future of illustration. So boring, boring stuff to me. I will admit not really going over this. I did find the interviews in the books interesting, but it definitely gives more substance, and for people interested in that, it's a cool addition to the series. So I think this one in the last year, 2022 might have also had kind of the same thing, where it has a kind of little essay and interview, kind of giving more value and kind of framing what exactly Pixiv is. But even beyond that, you can just feel like going through the books, like kind of how it celebrates the community and just lets a lot of great artists to come together. So if that's something that excites you, or if you're looking for inspiration on your own, like kind of what kind of artwork you want to draw, either way. And the books look gorgeous. They can be coffee table books, just left out for people to go through, because you can spend a lot of time with these books. They're really amazing collections. So hopefully you enjoyed those quick look at each, and we'll end on an adorable dog. So thanks for checking out the video.